Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. It is Wednesday, and that means we have Matt, the mortgage guy. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, Mike. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Hey, one of the things I don't know if you know, I talked to three different real estate agents as part of my expert series, two of which are in California. And I don't know that I have very good news for the California real estate market, at least in Southern California. And I want to validate with what you're seeing, because again, you cover the nation, but definitely have a California focus. Both brokers, both Southern California, have told me, and one of them just finished, that buyers have gone on strike. He covers Orange County, which is a 950 average median home on strike. He listed a home 3 weeks ago, sold over asking, same model, one street over, crickets. He's in San Bernardino. Buyers are on strike. And then the Inland Empire. Seems like all buyers are on strike in California. And I'm just curious what you might be seeing.
Yeah, and it's always interesting to me because you and I both know that, like, every market's different, every price point's different. But then also, like, week by week, these things can change, and they can change relatively fast. And so I've had dozens of conversations with real estate agents. I'm trying to book my calendar with, like, how many agents can I get lunch with, coffee with, phone conversation with? Mm-hmm. I've got a local appraiser buddy who really follows the market, lunch appointment with him and with realtors just to, like, hear their stories and what they're seeing. And, because I've got the buyers on my side, and I've got a few dozen per week that are putting in offers and doing their thing. And what I will tell you is I think you're right, especially at those price points. For Sacramento, where entry level's probably, 350 or 400 to 600. Mm-hmm. And then the move up stuff is 6 to 1, 2. Mm-hmm. I would say you're definitely seeing buyers go on strike in the move up.
Let's talk about that for a minute, because Diana Olick, somebody who's been CNBC, she's been talking about the real estate market for 20 plus years. I followed her when I was getting started. She actually, it annoyed me so much. I did a live stream at 7 a.m. to answer the question. So this is Diana Olick yesterday. Diana Olick says, listings are going to go up, realtor.com, this or that, but particular stress in what she called mid, what did she call it? I wrote it down. Basically move up market. And she didn't know why. So she hemmed and hawed about interest rates and blah, blah, blah. Diana, I gave you the live stream this morning. I'll tell you what's happening here. The move up market is dead. What we have done is we've taken 2 years of entry-level homes, first-time home buyer homes, given them record low interest rates, handed them $50,000, $100,000 in equity, but they can't move. Who is going to sell a $400K Sacramento home, wanting to go to a $650 Sacramento home, sell their 3% mortgage and get a 6.5%? That math sucks. That move-up market is dead. The Fed broke housing. The move-up market is particularly destroyed, which, oh, by the way, means that the first-time homebuyer homes are even more scarce, because the folks that used to sell it and used to buy aren't buying and thus aren't selling. So we are going to have a wild market where the low-end stuff is even more scarce and the move-up stuff sits. Because who wants to double their payment for an extra bedroom? It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I think you're right. And the reason why I was leading with that, segments of the market is because I literally in my email box just got 2 counter offers, investor homes, mid 300s in Sacramento is about as cheap as you're going to get, but you can buy, 2-bed, 3-bed, 1,000 square foot investment property. And both of these clients that I have offering on investment properties, multiple counter offer, meaning they got lots of offers. They're countering multiple people. They want highest and best. So I think there's still a lot of demand, so much demand that, that is still going to be a market that's hard and gets multiple offers. But you're 100% right. And I literally go over these scenarios every single day. I went over this personal scenario where I told myself, house I bought in 2017, it's a decent size for the family of 4 that I have living in it and our two doggies. I could afford, and it would be nice to move to a different school district and a slightly larger house. But
Okay.
by doing so, I would sell something, even with a large down payment, I would triple my mortgage payment to move into a home I'd want to
Slightly
be in.
better.
Right. And so, yeah, like to your point, if somebody bought at 400 and they've seen all the appreciation they've seen and it's worth 650 now, and they want to sell and go buy something for 900 or a million, which a lot of parts of Sacramento, like
Yeah.
it isn't a mansion, right? But it's a nicer neighborhood, nicer school district, a little bit bigger house. The mortgage payment is leaps and bounds, like double is probably the minimum. It's 2 to 3x more, because at owing, 380 or whatever you owe when you bought for 400 at 2.875 or 2.75, the mortgage payment is really affordable. And those people that bought in 17, 18, and 19 feel amazing, right? And you've got the added pressure of like, oh, what's coming on the horizon in the economy? Are we going to be in a recession? And people, when they look at it, I'm not going to give them the advice that go from a $1,700 mortgage payment to $5,000.
No chance. Why would you do that? Stay where you are, dude. I'm telling you right now, if I had to invest in one thing, you know what it'd be? Bunk beds. Because there's going to be a lot of people that have that extra kid, and an extra bedroom would be nice, but you are not going to sign up for double or triple the payment. You will buy bunk beds. It's just going to happen, man.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, I think you're right. And, we're starting to see good news for the buyers that are, that need to buy, that are motivated to buy. There's going to be more inventory. It's going to be, a lot less hard on them. And so, I don't want to confuse people that I'm absolutely bearish on housing, right? Like if you've got a long-term horizon and you've got, a house in a neighborhood you like that you can afford, 550, but certainly now isn't the time for the, let's call it,
no YOLO right now. No,
exactly. There's a want and there's a need, right? Like, okay, I need a place to live, and rents in my area are $2,800. I'm going to go buy something, have a $2,800 mortgage, know that it's a fixed rate, and I'm going to stay in it for the next 10 years. That's more of a need. The want is like, hey, this $1 million house in the nice neighborhood that's 2 blocks from the best school in town. Maybe you bust there, right? Maybe you bust there and you have the smaller payment.
Yeah. But the other thing I want to go back to, you were touching on kind of those 2 offers on those smaller homes. I actually think investors, the folks that watch this channel, it's time to get greedy. It's time to write some great offers. But again, I got to tell you, the move-up market is in trouble. The first-time home buyer renter quality stuff, it's going to be on fire, because again, that the natural progression, first-time home, move up, luxury, that equation is broken. And I tried to help Diana Olick see that this morning. Actually put her in my title. I'm Diana. Here's the answer to the question next time.
I don't know if she listens to people that really know housing, because I think for 10 years she's been wrong.
Yeah, she just
go on air.
Stats.
Yeah. She's called a housing crash since 2014. You could probably grab a headline from 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. For sure. Diana Olick talks about a housing crash.
Yeah, not coming. I want to be very clear, because sometimes people hear us talk about this and they're like, you guys are talking about a crash. I'm talking about a crash in transactions. Right. We're still going to do some deals. I think investors are going to finally invest it. The market's coming to us. We will find motivated sellers. I just think this year is going to be really rough for transactions. We need to figure out where we're going, and I think it's going to be a tough year.
Yeah. I mean, the good news for buyers, and the thing that I think is optimistic for all the folks that I have pre-approved, is if we take a sharp right turn from 20% appreciation to 0, and we flatten out, for all intents and purposes, down 5, up 5, 0. It's all in this range.
It's all the same.
If that happens and you're only competing against one other offer versus 17, it's a good position to be in as a buyer. You can go out and look at stuff. You can consider this, consider that, find something that really fits your needs rather than settling. All the frenzy buying, all the settling, all that stuff.
Done.
My hope is that it's behind us. I mean, because people were truly, Mike, like in a frenzy state, and some of them had like a true frenzy, like 60-day notice. My landlord's selling my house. I must find new. No matter the neighborhood, no matter the size, get me in a house. Like, that's a bad position to be in. I don't want that for any buyers.
Yeah.
So good news. The future looks like that's not going to be the case for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm very excited to see what's coming. I personally am looking to add maybe say 3 more this year, plus build an ADU. And I'm far more excited this year than last year because I'll be able to write lots of offers and find that motivated seller. So it's going to be a good time, folks. If you are in the one rental at a time community, you need to be working with Matt, the mortgage guy. He will take care of you. How you want them to reach out?
I want everyone to know we got great folks across the country, across 46 states. I keep getting rave reviews. Thanks for hooking me up with Hunter. Thanks for hooking me up with Pete. Thanks for hooking me up with Lucas. Whoever it is, wherever you are, go to greatmortgagebroker.com, fill out the form. We'll get with you within the next 24 hours is our, agreement to you that once you fill out that form. If you don't, for whatever reason, fill out another one. But, every so often something falls through the cracks. Greatmortgagebroker.com. We'll get you started. We'll get you pre-approved. If you've got a refinance scenario to look at, we're happy to. Fewer and fewer of those refinances make sense.
Yeah.
If you've got a unique scenario where it does make sense, we'll tell you so. But if you're about to get into a bad deal, we'll tell you that as well. Because I probably do that a lot more often than I say, let's proceed. You tell me, hey, I've got a 3%. Should I take out 19,000 to pay off credit card debt? Never. Make a plan.
No.
Pay that off over the next 24 months. Leave that 3% alone. A lot of folks are coming across a bunch of nasty stuff when it comes to home equity share, all kinds of BS programs, to be honest. Avoid that stuff. You've got home equity. You're building net worth by owning real estate. Congratulations. Don't go off and spend that in the casino because there's bright flashing lights telling you that, free money's raining from the sky. It's never free.
Yeah. Very cool. Thanks, buddy.
Yep.